and welcome to the White Rose Crafts YouTube channel. My name is Lynn, and I am on the design team. If you have never heard of White Rose Crafts, I'll pop a link to the shop as well as the Facebook gallery group that you can join in the description box below, so that you can check out all of the amazing craft supplies that Kay sells from her shop. She carries brands from around the world. And it's really nice because she's located in the US. So for me anyways, it's really nice to get some of these items and not have to wait very long before they are at my doorstep. So this month I chose to work with a lot of goodies, and I will also mention that there is a fantastic clearance section in Kay's online shop if you want to check that out, because you can get some really fantastic deals, and I'll show you a couple here. But first off, let's just work off of the top here. So I have 3 stamps from Fina Bear, and they are background stamps that are really interesting and unique. And if you have checked out my channel, which is LV Handcrafted, I've been getting into art journaling. And so stamps like these help you to create a lot of texture and interest in the background of your art journal pages. If you like to junk journal, if you like to scrapbook and kind of create your own backgrounds, these are fantastic for that as well. Let me just quickly measure them for you. So this, if I measure just from the beginning and end of the text block, it's about 2¼ by 2¼ So that's roughly the same size for all 3 of them. This one's a little bit taller. But I picked these up. They're really at a fantastic price point. I think it's something like $2 each, and they're fantastic. So I got 2 text blocks. This one is sort of a messier, and it's actually called messy, kind of handwritten type of script. This one is actually, it looks more like sort of the print that you would see in really old manuscripts or books. And so I thought the 2 are very like polar opposite ends, and so I thought it's nice to have both of them to kind of mix and match. And then this one's kind of neat. It is kind of that old school sort of ledger or receipt paper with a bunch of like handwriting. And I mean, all of this sort of handwriting and all the font and the text and stuff, it's not really meant to be legible. It's just meant to give that impression so that your backgrounds have a little bit something of interest, but still fades into the background and doesn't distract from whatever it is your focal image may be. So I picked these up so that I can maybe start to create some of my own backgrounds. I've been starting slow with my art journaling by creating backgrounds from things like pattern paper, but I think it'll be fun to sort of dive into some more mixed media and start to use some of these stamps to create all of those layers and textures and interest that I see in beautiful works from other crafters. Then I have these next 2 are out of the clearance section, so they are a fantastic price. I think maybe around the $2 mark as well. So this first one is from Woodware, and I got it mainly for this this stamp here, which is that like the eye exam test that you often get. And I just thought it would be a neat, I just don't have anything like that in my stash. I think the glasses are pretty cool too. I wear glasses, so so I do kind of appreciate that, and I do like that the temples are separate from the glasses, so you can kind of interchange them. And there are a couple of sentiments on here too. So it says, "I can see clearly now." And then now where did I put my glasses? So I think these can be really fun elements. Oh, here, make a spectacle of yourself. It's your birthday. Oh, that's a really nice one. But yeah, as I mentioned, this this stamp here of the eye exam is the main thing that I got this for. I think I could probably use that in some of my art journaling as well, because I think it's just something that's unique and can be really fun to incorporate. This is really really fun too, and it's actually called Hand of Friendship, and I just love the sort of kind of the hand drawn doodle style, and I don't think that's the, well, that must be the name of it, but I think this is Mother's Day actually, because there's Mother's Day sentiments on here. So for example, we have if moms were flowers, I'd pick you. And then you also have if friends were flowers, I'd pick you. You have and then you can add on to that again and again. That's really cute. Then you also have the sentiment for Happy Mother's Day. And what's cool about this stamp set is that you've got the hand, which is making sort of this kind of gesture, and that's because you can sort of create a little bouquet that you can kind of tuck into between the fingers to make it seem like the hand is actually holding these flowers. And you have this little bunch of I think they are daisies, and but you have single ones too, so you can always sort of fill it in a little bit more if you wanted. But then you also have this nice little border. So this is just thinking ahead to Mother's Day. I thought this might be a fun one to create some Mother's Day cards with. Then I also got this. I am new to this brand, 13 Arts, and because Kay carries so many brands from, all over the world, it's really fun for me anyways to shop her store, because I get introduced to so many different brands, and this is one that I haven't tried before. It's made in Poland, and this is a 6x6 paper pad. There are 24 sheets, 12 designs in total, so you'll get 2 of each design, and it doesn't explicitly mention the paperweight, but I would say it's sort of a lightweight cardstock. But I'll give this a quick flip through. Look how fun that looks. I love the sort of springtime pastel colors, and lots of different these would be good for art journaling too, just the textured ones, all this wood, the stone, things like that. Really pretty. So you can kind of see here how there are all these layers of images, including sort of that faded text block. So that's why I got these, is so that I can make backgrounds like this on my own in whatever colors that I want, and then just take my own little text blocks and then do these imperfect stamped impressions all over the page, kind of like this. So that's my goal. And having an art journal is really fantastic for experimenting with different techniques. And I'm not sure why, but this page is double-sided. That's interesting. Huh. I'm not sure why that is. Then I think we're repeating now. Yep. So really gorgeous paper pad. Looking forward to using that. So I don't know, I got it to maybe pair with the stamp sets to create some Mother's Day cards, but we'll see how I end up using it. Don't really have much of a plan as of yet. This is from All in Create, a brand that I've seen a lot, but this is actually the first item that I've purchased from this brand. They have a lot of really awesome sort of mixed media type of stamps, images, stencils, things like that. This one is called, let me see if I can find the name. Cannot find the name to it, but I will be sure to link to everything in the description box below. Oh, here it is. Lots of diamonds. And again, I'm getting this so that I can just do some more experimentation in my art journal of building up my own background, maybe getting into mixed media a little bit, pulling out some of my embellishment mousses, which I so rarely use, and using maybe some of my kind of texture paste, gesso, things like that, and various inking techniques, and maybe even do some jelly printing, who knows, but stencils are great for, again, adding some texture to your backgrounds, and I love that everything, it's already not uniform, so when you go to use this, even if you don't have a completely kind of uniform impression of this, whether you're inking through it or applying a medium through it, that's perfect because it kind of fits in with this design anyways. It's a little bit, you can kind of see the gaps. It's not 100% perfect, so that's going to be a really fun one to work with. And then I also picked up this embossing folder, which I thought was pretty cool. It's actually it's from Doris, but it's actually a 5x7, which I didn't know that they made 5x7 embossing folders. I like the larger embossing folders because it gives you the flexibility of making larger size cards without having to emboss your panel multiple times. Because when you, at least for me in my experience, when I run a panel through, if it has to cross the edge, the edge always makes an impression. And so if I had, let's say I wanted to make a card that's even larger than 5x7, or let's say I want to make a 6x6 and I want to emboss the entire 6 inches going this way, the portion of the paper that runs, outside the folder, it's going to have an impression where the edge of the folder is, and then you would move this down and continue embossing, but I don't know how to do it so that you don't get that line there. So that's why I like to just, start with a larger size embossing folder, and then if I want to make a smaller card, like a USA 2 size card, I can still fit that panel completely within here, but it gives me the option to make a larger card as well. And this one is in this really nice, is that Argyle, that pattern? Kind of reminds me of those sweater patterns. Yes, it is Argyle. So lots and lots of goodies to craft with this month. So when I do make some projects using these supplies, you'll be able to find those projects on my channel, which is LV Handcrafted. I'll link to it in the description box below as well. And when I post those projects, I'll try to remember to come back to this video and directly link you to those projects, so that you can see what I end up making with all of these beautiful supplies. Thanks so much for joining me today, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye!